Another crypto social media platform bites the dust, guys. Scenario, or if you remember, the currency was AMP. They basically shut their thing down. They kept rebranding. And over time, we just kind of keep seeing this during the bear market. It's been extremely hard for as many problems as Steem has had. It's been extremely hard for something to come along and improve or do better market-wise than what Steem has been able to do. It was very interesting. Now, Steem started out, it got clear up to third position on CoinMarketCap back in 2016 when the coins were finally, released essentially to where people could do withdrawals and take them to the exchanges and all that kind of stuff. So it had a long ways to fall, and it's around 80th position now. It's kind of like Michael Jordan playing basketball when he was 40. He still could put up 50 points on a great night because he's the best ever, and so you're still awesome, when you're maybe kind of past your prime, so to speak. So anyway, that's what we've kind of seen with Steem. We've had all these other clones that have, some of them have shot themselves in the foot, some of them have succumbed to the market forces for whatever reason. A lot of them are kind of disappearing. Wiku never really seemed to have gone on an exchange. I think there's a Steem Engine token, 1-for-1, that you can maybe get some liquidity there. Whale Shares had some liquidity over on BitShares, but then they turned it completely into a tipping platform here lately. I don't think that that's going to work. Smoke, there was Smoke.io. It had, again, kind of liquidity issues, and then, as things kind of dip further and further, people maybe went away from it. It seems like they're still going, though. VIT, which was adult-related stuff, they lost liquidity. Bear Shares, basically there was a tiny bit of liquidity on BitShares for Bear Shares, but for the most practical purposes, there's no liquidity there. What have I not mentioned? Squirm has fallen down the ranks. The ICO was $1 per SCR, and it has cleared down to under half a penny in some respects. And there's no inflation on that chain, so it just kind of blows my mind because the UI is actually really good there, and I always kind of keep going back to it. There's still, a decent little community there, good people out there blogging about sports, but for all practical purposes, it's been extremely, extremely, extremely hard. And kind of going back to my last video, any kind of platform where it's quote-unquote too easy to earn, whether that's through some kind of staking method or that's through some kind of blogging mechanism or something like that, seems to really, really, really get beat up in these bear markets. Now, in 2015, we didn't really have anything like this. Now, over time, we've had things like Yours Network, Acacia, different platforms, or development groups come out and say that they're going to have these social media platforms, and really have not hardly gained any traction, which anything that's tipping is not going to work. Just purely based on tipping is just very, very unlikely to work, except in extreme parabolic moves during a bull run. Now, as far as the mechanism behind Steem, that economic model has been tweaked and twisted to see if it'll work. There's certain advantages to it. In my opinion, the holy grail is to get these outside advertisements, and that ends up being part of the reward pool or an additional reward pool. And that's what Squirm has tried to do. That, the reward pool is supposed to be refilling after 2 years from advertisements. But if you don't gain a big enough SEO funnel, and you can't pull enough people in that way and keep growing the user base and driving demand to the coin, then it kind of dwindles and dies a slow death as people, earn it for free and then sell it. So it is a very, very hard problem to figure out. And some of these others, there was one called Ono that was supposed to be on EOS. Karma has had issues. Every time I get on Karma, there's little issues, and I'll try to post something, and I can't post for some reason. I'm not really sure what's going on there, and it updated recently. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think social media will work on crypto, will voice work? What do you think about all these other clones? Weeku, BearShares, Willshares, Steem, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steemit, and Twitter. See you guys later.